Hello, welcome to the class. Today we're going to be working on freeing the shoulders, and you know how every day in the year it's a day for something. It's a yoga day or it's a whatever. This is going to be a shoulder liberation day. Okay, so normally lying down as you usually do, lying on the mat. Placing the soles of your feet on the mat, or you could stretch out if you feel like doing that today. Making sure you have head support if you need it, and closing your eyes. And being in the moment, connecting with now. And what is happening now, how your breath feels. That's going to be an indication of how your body is feeling. So just letting go now. And particularly having awareness of your shoulders. Make sure you're moving them away from your ears and letting your arms go. Feeling the connection between your elbows and your shoulders. And then turning your attention to the whole of your arms and shoulders. To the fingertips. And sweeping up from fingertips to shoulders as you breathe in, and as you exhale, sweeping down from shoulders right through to your fingertips. And letting go. Particularly your face, your jaw, your upper arms, and around your solar plexus. And how the connection is to your shoulders. Four slow breaths with that focus. Starting to walk your feet in, bend your knees into your chest, roll onto the right side, and coming up to sitting with your legs crossed. And lifting the spine. Lifting your spine, but releasing the shoulders. First of all, have your hands lightly on your knees. Elbows out so the chest is open. Releasing your shoulders, still keeping the lift of the spine, of the chest, the shoulder blades, stretching down your back, pushing a little bit forward, and how that affects the spine. And then keeping all that going, and just bring the backs of your hands on your thighs and the elbows bent, and again just feeling how your shoulders are dropping down away from your ears at the moment. Crossing your legs the other way, and again releasing your arms and shoulders. to go get up and do sun salute, or if you prefer to just do the cat stretches, it's fine. So coming to the front of your mat. Little Tadasana, standing tall, hands in Namaste. Breathe in, stretch up and back, breathing out, fingers in line with toes, head down. Breathe in, bring the right foot back, knee down, look up. Retain into plank, breathing out, knees, chest, forehead down, smoothly into cobra, down into dog, big step forward with the right between the hands, step left, breathe in and stretch up and back, hands into Namaste. Breathe in, stretch up and back, breathing out, fingers in line with toes, head down. Then bring the left foot back, knee down, look up. Retain into plank. Breathing out, knees, chest, forehead, smoothly down. Into cobra, out into dog. Breathe in, step forward, left. Breathe out, right. Breathe in, stretch up and back. Hands into Namaste. Breathe in, stretch up and back. Breathing out, fingers in line with toes, head down. Breathe in, bring the right foot back. Knee down, look up. Retain into plank. Breathing out, knees, chest, forehead down. Breathe in into cobra. Out into dog. Breathe in, step forward, right. And breathe out, left. Breathe in, stretch up and back. Hands into Namaste. Breathe in, release the shoulders, stretch up and back a little bit more. Breathe out, fingers in line with toes, head down. Breathe in, bring the left foot back. Knee down, look up. Retain into plank. Breathing out, knees, chest, forehead down. Breathe in into cobra, out into dog. Breathe in, step forward, left. Breathe out, right. Breathe in, stretch up and back. Hands into Namaste. Just get your breath back. Shoulders to down, back. Hooking under your breastbone here with your heels of your hands. Good Tadasana. Strong legs. Spread the toes. Lift the crown of the head. Okay, now we're going to go into dog pose. So start off with your toes together and knees apart. And just start to walk forward there. Spread the fingers, so knees a little bit back from the hips. Breathe in, up the toes, breathe out, lift, high and back. Now can you bring your make some space between the shoulders? And it's quite difficult in this position, isn't it? See what you can do. Breathing in, breathing out. Mainly think about what the shoulders are doing, away from your ears, sliding down your back, lengthening the spine. Lovely, lovely stretch. And then bringing your knees down. Bring your elbows down now. And have a go at top with the elbows down. It's not hard on the legs, but it's nice. It's quite nice for the shoulders, or if anyone has wrist bending problems. Okay, bring the knees back a little bit more, maybe. Okay, are the elbows under your shoulders? Breathe in. Breathing out, suck the tummy, and come up. Up, up, up. Heels are up. It's quite hard work on the arms. They're moving back, shoulders away from the ears. A little bit forward and back. Just a little bit forward and back. And release down. Fold your arms, forehead on your arms. Take a couple of breaths. And up. Step forward with the right leg into the lunge position. Now, put your hands on your shoulders lightly, elbows down. Actually, just kind of press the shoulders a little down as you lift the chest up. So we're going to do a little sweep up and stretch on the front thigh there. The shoulders are down. The arms are back, trying to get that half moon position with the lunge. Breathe. Bend the elbows a little. Breathe in and come up and change. So step the left foot forward now. Try and get this angle in the front of the foot down. Two nice angles with the front and the back leg. Hands on the shoulders, elbows down. You're going to release the shoulders. And what's happening between the neck and the shoulders? Breathe in and lift the arms up. Lengthen and breathe out and going back. Keep lifting up. Before you go back again, feeling it on the that right front thigh. Breathe. Can you release your elbows? Give it a nice half moon shape. Shoulders are down. Careful with the head, not back to, bring it back, but keep the back of the neck long. You don't have to bring it back too far. And come forward into dog. Now, even yourself out again. And have a little shoulder wiggle here. Move them back. Breathe. And coming down and into the Anjaneyasana lunge. And this time we're going to put the tuck the toes under and bring the right arm up and back. Now keep very long in the spine and turn it into a sort of mixture of the camel by bringing this left hand back towards your foot. Keep extending though, even if you're just holding behind the thigh there, and the hips forward. Try and keep long in the spine, and come up, and change. Forward. Back, tucking the toes under with the back one. Starting to bring the left arm, lengthen the left side, really lengthen the spine, going back and bringing this right hand either to your heel or somewhere on the back of the leg. Get long in the spine, be careful of the neck. Don't start doing anything funny with the neck, keep the back of the neck long, breathe, breathe in and come up, into dog pose, once more, breathe, there, and shoulders away from your ears, shoulders away from your ears. Down into child now, knees apart, toes together, fold the arms the other way, head on your arms, relax the shoulders, couple of breaths here, and then pushing, coming up, and coming up to standing, and you'll need a belt now. And we're going to sort of pin the shoulders back a bit. So you'll need to watch this quite carefully. Quite a few of you have done it before, but probably not for a long time. Okay, so we need the belt and holding it evenly so that both sides are the same sort of length. Okay. Then we're going to bring it behind our back, so it's behind our back but quite high up under the arms. Then you cross it behind your back. Okay, and then these dangly bits you get hold of behind your back. Okay, and slightly uneven here, but I can adjust that. Then you pull the bits down here. Okay, and this is really lovely for the shoulders. If you haven't got a belt, just put your hands on your each hand on your shoulder and kind of pull down. And imagine that you've got a really heavy waistcoat on that's pulling your shoulders down. If you haven't got a belt or you haven't got that sorted out. But anyway, we can just hold it there, pulling down. Some people are able to tie their belt and back here and keep it on to do some postures, so that can be quite nice. So breathing in, breathing out, and just elbows out and pulling down with the belt. So make sure, so this helps you be compact around your tummy and hips as well, I find. And just standing in a good Tadasana. Now, can you put the belt in the just with the left hand holding it, and start to float the right arm up. Let's see how that goes. Because this, you know, there's a tendency when we start lifting our arms that we lift our shoulders, isn't there? So that will bring the awareness there. And then see what happens when the arm goes back and in towards you. The hand goes back towards your shoulder here. Feel what happens. Lift it up again. Stretch it out to the side. Of course, the shoulders go down then when you're there, don't you? And bring it back behind you and wave to me with the hand around the back of the waist. And then change. So hold the belt in the right hand. Start to float the left one up. A nice, soft, can't say, soft shoulder. That's helping you lift the arm without lifting the shoulder. So it's quite a soft lift, really. And then keeping the elbow in, bringing it back with your hand on your middle of the back there. I'm sure you know what this is going to lead up to. And then lifting it up, out to the side. Again, both shoulders down. Out to the side. And then bringing it behind you, around the waist. And waving at me with the hand and fingers there. Keeping those shoulders down. Then holding the belt with both hands again, pulling down. And you can take the belt off, but can you imagine you still got it on? So, put the belt down. Now, feet apart, a bit for balance. Put the sides of the feet in line with the mat, and the feet facing forwards, toes spreading. Again, a good Tadasana. And how about a bit of a shoulder roll? Imagine on the shoulder it's sort of jelly-like and it's letting you. So 3 times nice and slowly with that right shoulder and then the left shoulder. So another 3 times. Nice and slowly. Imagine it's all kind of jelly-like and you can really let go. That's really nice for the shoulders. A little bit going forward with both. Just a couple of times. Back with both. Just let the head turn and feel how free the neck is as well. So of course now we're ready for Gomukhasana, so you might want to put a belt over your shoulder if you know you can't join your hands. So left hand on the hip, right hand stretching forward, shoulder down. Get out to the side. That I like to turn so that the palms down and up again, and then you can get that shoulder down and round, and use the other arm, work the hand, back of the hand up the shoulder, and then the other one, shoulder down and then sweeping up, bringing it back. See what you can get hold of without any strain. Remember this jelly-like shoulder. And this upper arm needs to go back to get, and then you'll get a better grip. And breathe. Breathing in, breathing out. Can you reach another finger? Can you perhaps bend your fingers a bit if you've already got contact? Or if you're using a belt, to bring the hands closer together, holding the belt. And then releasing. Releasing, letting go, little wiggle, right hand on the hip, left arm down, shoulder down, and bring it out to the side. Breathe in. As you breathe out, shoulder down, turn down, back, palm up again, sweeping it round. Now this is my arm that's not so good as the other arm. Bringing the elbow down, starting to work the hand up and back. And then freeing this other one, sweeping it up, in, brushing your ear, and back. See what you can get hold of. Now, I can't do quite as much with this shoulder, but if I breathe into it, let go, eventually, without forcing, I can do a bit more, as you will see. And that's probably enough that I feel like doing now. Take a couple of breaths and release. And see how the shoulders feel without shaking the little circles round. Back to a good Tadasana. And smile. The Eagle Garudasana. Let's just have the feet apart a little bit, facing forward so that we're well balanced. And releasing the shoulders and your wings, so that your arms are wings and the shoulders are relaxed and soft. So imagine your beautiful bird, lovely coloured feathers. I don't know if birds have got shoulders or not, I haven't worked it out, but if they did have, I'm sure they wouldn't be hunched up by their ears. So, just getting a little bit of a feel of how the shoulders feel, how the elbows affect the shoulders, what happens to your back, and the shoulder and your shoulder blades. Okay, so we're going to breathe in, breathing out, cross right over left and crossing as high as you can above the elbow, and then holding your shoulder blades, pulling them down and separating them, but not resting your arms on your chest. Lift the elbows up, shoulder down, keep the head in place. Don't it's easy to start tensing the face and lifting the chin and everything. So remember the whole connection of the upper body. Okay. Then see if you can, well, we can all get the backs of our hands together, I'm sure. Try and keep centered. If you can bring the palms together, well, that's good. Try and keep centered with your nose, which should be in the middle of your body. Elbows forward, lifting a little bit. And then bring the arms a little bit to the right. And smile. Back to centre, a little bit left and centre, a little bit up, keep the shoulders down and centre, a little bit down and elbows forward and centre. If you want to do the legs as well, bring the feet together, left over right. If that's enough, that's fine. If you can bend and bring the front of the foot round and stay there, well, that's even better. Undo it all, feet first, feet apart, undo it all, and it is quite a bit of work, isn't it, on the shoulders. So, have a little soft flutter. Feet apart again. Breathe in. As you breathe out, left over right. Crossing high as you can. Getting hold of the shoulder blades, moving them apart and down. Elbows up. The head in place. Bring the backs of the hands together. Make sure the arms are centered, lining up with your nose, the lower arms that is. And then if you can go around again, palms together and bring your elbows forward, 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 away from the chest. And then over to the right a little and center. Over to the left a little and center. Up a little. Keeping the shoulders down, down a little, back to centre, and then we're going right over left if you're doing the legs, so just cross if that's enough, just bring that foot over. If you want to do the full posture, keep the toes spread over the left one, bring the right behind, and lift the arms, breathe. And carefully undo it all, and release. So we're just going to do Trikonasana. We can do it with the belt. So coming to the middle of your mat, feet nice and wide apart, and make sure the outer feet are lined up with the short ends of the mat. And bring the belt behind you and stretch the arms out. Okay, so the belt is between the crook of the thumb and the first finger, so you can spread your fingers and you can really get a nice spread with the belt, can't you? Turn the left toes in a little, right toes completely out. Keep the spine long, keep the arms back, breathe in, breathing out, just go over as much as you can without altering anything else. Keep both hips facing the front. You can keep your head just facing the front or look up a little bit and keep the weight back. Breathe in and come up. Turn the feet the other way. Right toes in a little, left toes out. Hips to the front. Arms down away from your ears. Breathe in, breathing out. And just keeping in the same plane. One arm up, one arm down. Keep the top arm back. If it's comfortable, look up a little bit. I think it's quite nice to keep the head forward, try not to drop the head or anything, so breathing in, breathing out. Breathe in and come up, down. I'm going to do a little chair shoulder stands now, so don't need anything under your head at all. Come round sideways and Flick your legs up into the chair, move your bottom forward, head down. Okay, so holding the legs of the chair, bring your feet back to the chair edge and come up. Now, do not turn, while we're doing this, do not turn your head to look at me at all, turn your head at all to the side. Okay, so make sure you're centered with the feet. You can have a look first. Feet on the chair, holding the chair legs and lifting up towards the shoulders and moving them down. Okay, and breathe. You can lift the bottom up a little bit more, the shoulders more. You should be comfortable on your shoulders and neck. Any discomfort in your face and neck, then just come down and just have your feet with the, your legs with the calves on the chair. Okay, so trying to get just a straight line in the body, and the weight is on the shoulders if that's comfortable for you. You can always come down a bit like that if it's not comfortable. And again, the shoulders are down away from your ears, aren't they? So just breathing in, breathing out. Nice and secure. Of course, if you normally do the shoulder stand, you can do your normal one in the way you do it, if you want to. A few more breaths here. Breathing in, breathing out. If you want to stretch one leg, you can, but keep the bottom lifting and then change. Down, and then one vertebrae at a time, so walk the shoulders back as you bring the spine down, so the body is walking back, and eventually your bottom comes down. If you feel you need head support now, then you put some in, or you can bring your hands behind your
10 minutes.
Head. You can just release there, that'll be fine. Put your calves on the chair, move in a little bit again. Take a couple of breaths there. Relax shoulders. And then start to bend your knees in, roll to the right side. Push and come up. We're just going to do the fish. So lying on your mat, your legs stretch out, and start to bring the arms underneath your body. The thumbs are touching. You can see that the hands are down, and shoulders are down and back. Okay. You have to press with your lower arms here in a minute. I know some people do find it difficult with this, but again, keep your head centered when you start to come up. Breathe in. As you breathe out, push on your lower arms. The legs will go away. And, the top of your head, only 10% of weight on your head. Only 10% of weight on your head. There's a little sort of back bend as well, isn't it? So just do what you can. Breathe. Carefully come down, bring your chin down a little. Feet on the mat. And release. Just have a little lock side to side. Just to massage your back. to do just a little twist for the legs. So bring the shoulders down, arms out to the sides a little, with the shoulders down, backs of the hands down, feet and legs just about hip width. And as you breathe out, just bring both knees over to the right. Have a stretch of this arm, that pull that shoulder down, but stretch the arm out a little, the shoulder down, and the arm a little bit bent now. Breathe. Breathe in and come up. The arms up again, centered. On the next out breath, let the legs go to the left. Now relax the right shoulder and keep it down, quite relaxed. Just let the legs go where they go. Start to bring this right arm up, but keep the shoulder down. Bring the arm back. The elbow is bent, the arm is back. Get that nice stretch there. And then come back to the centre. And now you can get ready for Shavasana. So, lying down in your own comfortable position. Head support if you need it. You might want to put something else on. And relaxing down on your mat. So, make sure your head is centered without lifting your chin. Keep your shoulders down, away from your ears. Let your arms release away from your body a little bit. Tuck your bottom under a little bit and release your back. Just have a wiggle around to make sure that's comfortable. Let the legs roll away from each other a little bit and let them go. So just be aware of releasing your jaw completely away. The lips come apart, the teeth come apart. The jaw starts from around the ear. Release the jaw completely and release your shoulders completely. Eyes just gently closed. Just focus there. And then start to release the rest of your body. So the rest of your face. The upper part of your body, your back, chest, tummy. And then the lower part of your body, your hips, legs, feet, letting go. Coming back to your jaw and your shoulders. Starting to bring your awareness now into the whole of your body. Start to move your hands and your feet a little bit. Stretching out your arms and your legs a little bit. And then bending your knees into your chest, rolling onto the right side. Take a couple of breaths. And start to slowly push up and come up to sitting. You can either sit on a block or you can sit on your heels if it's comfortable for you, lifting your spine. And again, releasing your shoulders. Backs of your hands lightly on your thighs, elbows bent. Feeling the neck nice and long. Just keeping your eyes closed for a moment. And just a little bit more about the mind and the ego and being in the now. Complaining and resentment. Complaining about people or situations is always based on non-acceptance of what is here and now and carries an unconscious negative charge by which you make yourself a victim. Resentment is the emotion that goes with complaining. It means feeling bitter, indignant, aggrieved or offended, and adds even more energy to the ego. What you react to in another, you strengthen in yourself. Non-reaction to the ego in others helps you to go beyond the ego in yourself and helps dissolve the collective human ego. Complaining is not to be confused with informing someone of a mistake so that it can be put right. There is no ego in telling the waiter that the soup is cold. If you stick to the facts, which are always neutral. But if you say, "How dare you serve me cold soup?" that is complaining. There is a me here that loves feeling personally offended by the cold soup and is going to make the most of it. Whenever you notice this habitual voice of ego in the head complaining, you will also realize that you are not that voice, but the awareness who is aware of it. In the background is the awareness. In the foreground is the voice, the thinker. By noticing this and staying with the awareness, you are becoming free of the ego, free of the unobserved mind. Awareness and ego cannot coexist. The old mental habit may recur, but every time it is realized and let go of, it is weakened. Open your eyes. Namaste. Have a good, calm week.